Hi.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Let me go ahead and adjust some volume and be good to start. All right, so this is the coaching for the coaching giveaway, 2 hours.
Yep.
And yeah, I guess let's get started. So how do you want me to address you? Do you just want me to call you Hayden?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, so what I usually do is I'll just like get some background knowledge of what you've been playing, cards, one, all that, how invested you are in the game, which I know that you are invested into the game, and then we can kind of see what we can work on, where you're at, stuff like that. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So uh, let's start with challenge cards one.
Oh, 1 second. Just loading up the game here.
Mm-hmm. Problem.
Challenge cards is 139,000.
Okay. And your trophy PB, your ladder.
5294. I don't push the ladder much.
294. All right. So when did you start playing the game?
When it was released on Android.
Okay, so global release. And
Yeah.
when did you start getting serious about the game?
Um, Probably serious around the game. I'm not sure. Whenever I made the competitive team for Nuggets, not sure how long ago that was now.
Are you still on a competitive team right now?
Yep. Still with Nuggets.
Didn't Nuggets join with Mega? No, that's not it, right?
No, that's Smiley.
That's Nova. Nova Nuggets?
Yeah. Now we're Nova Nuggets.
Okay. And what's your experience so far in competitive?
RPL, CRL. That's it.
Okay. And how have you felt about those like games? Were they close? Did you win a lot? Were you like kind of
Um,
middle of the pack?
I'd put myself like slightly above average in there. Like I do win my games, but it's not like 100% of the time like super dominant.
Mm-hmm. Uh, what kind of player are you?
Um, I played Graver for the longest time. I just like I just play whatever's strong in the meta. Honestly, for the longest time it was Graveyard.
How are you feeling now about this meta?
I haven't played much with the bats release. I haven't really experimented much with them.
Well, mm, I can't really say too much about the bats as well, just because they've literally just came out. The
Yeah, I'm
only
not sure how it's
time,
gonna affect it.
yeah, so we can give time on that, but in the
Like the three
when
Muskmenu, you mean?
well, no. What was I gonna say? So like when RPO and Zero was going on, it was like vastly different metas. It was months ago, right? Since that's been kind of going on, and this meta is like completely different. Yes, it's like 3 months meta. Really sort of different. How have you been doing in it? Do
Um,
you feel
uh,
comfortable?
yeah, I definitely feel comfortable once I got playing down against three Musketeers all the time.
Mm-hmm. What have you been playing then?
On challenge, I've been playing a giant beatdown deck, Fireball and Zap.
Is it the minor one?
No, not the minor one. I stole it off somebody. I think I took it off Batman, off my friends list.
Okay.
Just, yeah, just giant beatdown deck I took off him.
Anything else?
A little bit of three Musk, but not much.
So it seems like your pool of decks are is sort of small. Like, is that accurate to say? Are you
Yeah, I would
comfortable
say
with a
so.
lot? So you're not comfortable with like the other archetypes at the moment. So you
No,
spent.
that's
Oh,
what I
okay.
need to work on.
Uh, is there? anything else that has been on your mind or that you want to like you know that you actively want to improve on? Um,
Nothing I can really think of at the moment.
okay. How about we just start off with going about learning new decks then?
Okay.
So you said that you are super comfortable with Graveyard and that you've been playing Graveyard a lot. Uh,
Yeah.
how, let's like kind of delve into that, see how much Graveyard you've played. Um, so Graveyard, you became strong during, or like the strength of it got really known during CRNAO when players like Colton built the Bowler Graveyard deck and it kind of blew up everywhere, even like Golem Graveyard. Were you playing it then? Like when exactly do you start picking it
Uh,
up?
I didn't actually have it unlocked.
Oh, okay.
Took me a while.
So which
Yeah.
graveyard have you been playing? Giant Graveyard.
I just started playing it at the right when or Graveyard Poison, the poison buff. I'm not sure when that was.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that. Okay. So poison buff. So you've been playing the I would say modern version for a while, and I assume that you picked up Bowler Graveyard. You've probably played the
Yep,
other
Splash
variations, right?
Yard.
Yes. Okay. How comfortable are you with like Splash Yard's playstyle?
I'm pretty comfortable with it. It's probably my go-to deck in a match or something.
Okay. Well, we'll like try and jump off the board from there. Then we'll pick like an archetype that sort of plays like it, like Splash Yard. I think you are kind of already playing something like Giant Beatdown. Um,
Yep.
let's see. We can also try and like find some others. So there is. Let's think about a deck that builds up slowly throughout the game and then overwhelms an opponent. We'll try to steer away from Graveyard and we'll try to steer away from the decks that you've already been playing, like Giant Beatdown. Uh,
Okay.
how do you feel about learning the Pekka Lightning deck? The Pekka Ram Lightning that a lot of people have been playing?
I'd be down for that.
Okay. Uh, as well, I think we can also play. You think is there anything else that's good? That's sort of similar. Um, I kind of guess like if you were playing ladder, there's like Hog, Lightning Bowler, Baby Dragon that's like really similar to Splash Yard, but
Yeah, I
well,
also like decks that work with max counts because I wanted to work on that too.
decks that work with max counts.
Or like, you know how like Exo is like a strong archetype with max counts and stuff like that,
Yeah.
like up at the top.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to work on pushing higher with my max.
So you want to also learn how to ladder?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay. Let's we I think we can do that in the other half. We'll like focus on laddering then. We'll talk
Okay.
through that. Uh, so what version of Pekka Lightning are you comfortable with? Because there are a few. You have your core of Pekka Lightning, Ram, Baby Dragon, Dark Goblin, Zap, Lightning. But some people like to play Night Witch instead of Bandit, or they like to play Goblin Gang instead of Goblins. You know. So for you, just like pick a version, and we can get started with that.
Um, what about the version with Dark Goblin? You know that version?
Yeah, yeah. Dark
Dark
Goblin,
Goblin.
Baby Dragon, Battle Ram, Pekka, Lightning, Zap, and then you have your two like filler cards.
Yeah.
Usually it can be Ice Spirit, Goblins, Goblin Gang, and then the other slot is usually Punish card. Dang it, Bandit, Night Witch, or Electro Wizard. So I mean, you can go ahead and choose, and we'll like learn that one.
Okay. Could you just like I'm not sure on all the cards. Can you just like send me a picture of the deck just so I can get it card for card?
Here, I can share my screen with you right away,
Okay.
and you'll be able to see it here. This is the version that I play. You don't have to play this one, but I tend to like it. You can also like try other variations like Ice Spirit instead of this, or Night Witch instead of Bandit. They are a little bit different. You know, like the Bandit's cheaper, has a lot more punish, but the Night Witch is, I think, more steady, consistent, um, and I guess probably the Night Witch would probably be more better for you, just because the Night Witch can be placed right behind the Pekka, and then you build just like this huge push on them after defending, similar to Splash Yard.
Okay.
Okay, so start off with Pekka Lightning. Um, but I think this is how people should go about like picking new decks or expanding their deck pool. Because like in the game like Clash, if you are known for just one or two archetypes, it's very easy to counter deck you. Um,
Yeah.
yes, if you've ever watched, you know, like B Rat or something.
Yeah, and the CCGS, he sort of just got counter decked right out of that.
Yes. Okay. All right. Sorry. Yes. So if you want to play in competitive, you really do need to focus on expanding that. And I think going about it the right way is you got to go about it the right way. If you are, you know, like a big beatdown player, and then you just switch to minor poison, that like transition is so big that you're probably going to be missing out on a lot of key elements to that deck. So what I tell people is when you're learning something new, you want to learn something that is different, one, but shares a lot of characteristics with the deck that you're most comfortable with. So that while you're learning the new stuff, you don't have to think about the old stuff. Right?
Okay.
You're not like holding yourself back from learning. So the if we compare and contrast like Splash Shard and this deck, for one, the you know like the goal of Splash Shard is to defend, build up a huge counter push, and then do this unstoppable graveyard push. With like
Yep.
bowlers at the bridge, Electro Wizards behind it. This deck sort of acts the same way. It's not you just drop Night Witch and Battle Ram and go, unlike the dropping bridge meta that's happening right now with like Vietnam decks.
Yeah.
This deck wants to defend you and then build up these huge pushes where the combination of these really weird and hard to defend cards like a Dark Goblin behind a Baby Dragon is really awkward. A Night Witch and a Baby Dragon is like really weird as well. Add in a Pekka and you suddenly have this like really weird and pretty potent push. That's what you're kind of aiming for, and that's where it's the same. What's different between this deck and Splash Yard is that with Splash Yard, you can immediately force a push, just like whenever the hell you want. This deck, you can't really. You need to set up the perfect. You need to set up in the right way. Like you want Dark Goblins in the right lane. You want your Battering Ram in front of everything. You want to have your Night Witch in the back. You know, etc., etc. All right, so I think
Okay.
that's where it's a little bit different. Also, playing around the Pekka, you can't really just drop a Pekka like you drop a bowler, because the Pekka is 7.
Yeah.
Yes, and he's not ranged. Pekka is in range. Right, Pekka can also be kited. So you really need to be aware of the Pekka. You know, Pekka. It's really easy to just drop Pekka into a golem lane. It's like, you know, counter deck easy, but like you'll be facing situations where, you know, you'll lightning a pump and then they drop musketeers. Do you Pekka in that lane? Do you not Pekka in the lane? When do you use it? Do you drop Pekka on the 2 musketeers? Do you drop Pekka? You know, and that's like different than bowler.
Yeah.
So we'll be going kind of through that. So have you ever? I haven't been asked. Have you ever like played this deck before?
No. I've seen it, but never actually played it.
Okay. I guess for now, I'm gonna open up the clan and go ahead and join, and we'll go into a few grand challenges or classic, whichever one you want, and we can try out the deck. Actually, before we do that, even like me and you, we can friendly, and we'll just do like some normal matches against like really popular decks, and we'll like
Okay.
talk through how we kind of think about the deck, so that you're not just like I'm not throwing you straight into the deep end.
Okay. Sorry, what's the name of the clan here?
Oh, it's
I'm thinking.
it's like semicolon. Wait, I don't know what this is.
Those two dots.
Yeah, two dot two dots of thinking. I'm pretty sure that's not the semicolon. I don't know what the official name for this is. Let's close this back again. All right, so when you take a look at this deck, how do you think this deck cycles? What do you think is like the priority of this deck? What is okay to put down? What is not okay? You know, like good hands, bad hands, etc.
Well, off the start, I think just ice sparing off the start, trying to get the game going. Because I don't know if you would you really want to start first with this deck, or
I think that depends on your hand. Yeah, you know, like so let's say you're given Pekka, Dark Goblin, Lightning, and Battle Ram. It's easier if I do something like this. Like this, right? The top four cards.
okay.
How would you play it? Would you wait? Would you go with Battle Ram? Would you go with Dark Goblin?
I'd probably wait right off the start.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
If it
yep.
wait until yeah,
Until they do something.
yeah, that's probably what I would end up doing.
I feel like it's I think you have actually four cards that you could play in this deck. You have the Dark Goblin, you have Baby Dragon, you have Night Witch, and you have Ice Spirit. Uh, if you don't want to wait, let's say. I think the only thing is that when you start off a game, when you play them, you have to know what kind of roles these cards take. You know, like the Baby Dragon and Night Witch, so that if you do play it, and then they like push on you, you have to know what you need to do in order to make up for playing that card.
Okay.
So, Ice Spirit is easily probably the easiest card to just throw away. We don't have to talk about that. It's a cycle card. Dark Goblin. Okay. Dark Goblins are really good at dealing with graveyard, dealing with Night Witches, dealing with, I guess, aerial units. Like, it's whatever. Like, that's what the Dark Goblin is good for. The Baby Dragon is good at dealing with like what squishy air units, squishy mass units, whatever. Graveyard, and is a good like counter push. Like I think all of these cards in this deck is all good at counter pushing. Night Witch, Night Witch can deal with battering ram on its own. Is strong behind a Pekka, etc., etc. We take these cards and we think about like their overlaps. If you use Dark Goblin and you don't have Dark Goblin and they graveyard you, it's actually okay because you have Baby Dragon or you have Night
Yeah.
Witch. So in situations, what I'm basically trying to tell you is, if you use one card and you start the game with it, I think the other cards, if as long as you're aware of what your opponent might do, you can safely play out through your opening. So that you're not just sitting through every single game just waiting for them to do something.
Okay.
Yeah. If you use Night Witch, understand that the closest card that matches Night Witch in this deck is the Pekka. So you probably want to stay above 7 elixir in case you need something for it. Like if they drop a giant and you don't have no, that's not as easy. If you drop your Night Witch and then it dies across their side and they drop a battering ram and it's actually really easy then to just play Pekka in that case, because the Pekka will kill off the battering ram and then counter push. But it's harder to
Okay.
do that with like Dark Goblin slash Baby Dragon.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about that?
No.
Okay. Uh, so yeah, so this deck doesn't cycle obviously as well as other decks, but the strength is that the cards once they are on the field become very difficult to deal with.
Okay.
All right, so let's try a pretty standard matchup. Uh, hmm. I don't know. What do you want to play against?
It's up to you. Just want to learn whatever.
Let's see. I want to do something that's like stupid. Hey, you know what? We'll just do something like I'll play Giant Poison Graveyard. I think
Okay.
that's pretty easy. So if when you see my deck, even though I just told you what it is, uh, play your units consciously. You want to hold some cards. If you see me graveyard, your Dark Goblin becomes important. Your Baby Dragon becomes important. If you see Giant, your Pekka becomes important. If you see Battle Ram, your Night Witch and the Pekka become, etc. etc. It just keeps going on. Uh, Yeah, and your goal in the end is to build a massive counter push where you take my tower off of a huge push. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it. And I'll go ahead and full screen this. Take a mental note of anything that feels really uncomfortable to yourself when you're playing, and then we'll go back in the replay and we'll watch it.
Okay. Oh, that was a misplay. I thought the Mega Man was gonna come over a bit more.
A little bit more to the left.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna go into the lane to deal with the battle ram.
Yeah, you have to be like really reactive with it. Was your lightning already in hand, or did you have to cycle to it?
I think it was already in hand.
Okay, I think that then is a uh, just like a decision making thing. The instant pack is very good. That nice push. Well played.
Yeah, I still don't think it should have been that close, honestly.
It's okay. I wanted to give you the feeling of like how good the Pekka is. Normally, once if you're playing Giant, you pretty much stop playing Giant. You see ever see Pekka, but
Yeah.
if you're gonna play against other people, they will do that. But then like you don't really play Pekka as well. You just kind of follow them and just don't do it, and you just kind of beat them with all the other cards. So I mean, overall, how did that feel? Like just playing through the deck.
It felt okay.
Did it feel any different from Splash Art?
I mean, I mean, once I had a counter push and then you pumped and I hit ram and then
Hmm?
that was fine. Like I think you pumped and then I went battle ram. Is that what happened on the push where I got your tower?
Yes, I think so. It's like this deck is a little bit weird as well. Because I'm running triple spell and the pump giant. It's really greedy, but I like the deck. I like it because I don't know what it is. I just like giant mega minion pump decks. I think they're very fun to play because you just
Yeah.
do so many crazy pushes, and it doesn't even really feel. It's like a hybrid cycle and beatdown. I enjoy it. So let's watch through this opening really fast. So you create a push. You should know that if you're going to lightning, you need to lightning before the pump gets. I mean, after the pump gets one, and nothing before that. If I get 2 elixir, it's not worth it anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I think I should just lightning the Meg Minion and Musketeer.
I believe my pump does get another one here, so the lightning would not have been worth it. You can't really know that I was gonna play the muskie as well because you just don't know my deck yet.
Yeah.
I think the lightning choice was fine, but I'm pretty sure you can hit the lightning and the mega minion in the tower.
Yeah, I just missed.
Yeah, that's okay. So like imagine the mega minion is in here and the push looks suddenly a lot more scarier. Hey, you're looking for any excuse to uh be building pushes against people or threat at least like threatening pushes by playing like baby dragons, night witches in the middle or in the back, and by responding to them. When you play a card, because this deck sort of cycles really weird, as soon as you put down a card here, your eyes should be looking toward the opposite lane in case I drop something. Like let's say you're playing against 3 muskies, if you drop like a night witch back here, know that it's very easy for them to go into the opposite lane, and you have to be like very wary of that. Good zap.
Yeah, I just let the Musketeer go. I didn't really think that was an issue.
Mm-hmm. I think it was here. Yes. You really need to like go in on this because I
Should
did
have
I
gone in
did
more.
pump. Yeah.
Okay.
Even just the lightning, because you know that if you see my push, you know that it's giant poison graveyard. You already have an answer with Pekka, and you have baby dragon as well, so you can negate the damage as long as you're quick enough. And just if I ever play giant, you have a huge counterattack. If I ever just graveyard you, then you play baby dragon night witch and just kind of cancel it out and then just build another push on me. So you're in a good situation. Okay. Okay, so let's try just a regular 3 must deck then.
Okay.
Uh, the difficult versions. I think that the Vietnam one is pretty easy, but it's pretty popular, so I'll play that. Why is it easy? Because if I ever do, the huge Ice Golem, High Spirit, Battle Ram, Bandit push, you can just draw Pekka right there and stop the entire push. The thing is that once someone sees you ever play the Pekka and they're really smart, they won't. They'll try to play around it and they will keep putting pressure into opposite lanes. They'll like say drop a Night Witch at the back, right? And then they drop a Ice Golem, and it threatens a push. If you ever drop Pekka, they just push the other lane, and then you're kind of screwed. So this also kind of happens with 3 Muskies. When I play 3 Muskies at the back, two split one, and then most people will play Battle Ram with the one, right?
Yeah.
What you need to do with Pekka in in circumstance, you don't really ever play Pekka like into the Musketeers as they're walking up. You have to wait for them to play a battle ram and then drop it into the lane. I'll kind of show you once it kind of happens. You get into really awkward positions, but I'll sort of show you how to play through them. Let's see. This is the deck. Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
If you have any questions during the game, just ask. Because I
Okay.
want to know like as much as you're thinking.
Okay, right off the start there, if you pumped, is the ice spirit at the bridge fine?
Yeah, it's
So I
pretty
feel like
fine. You're just cycling, right? If you don't have lightning, then you kind of have to do that. Bandit OP.
Yeah.
So you will most likely have to lightning this. Um,
So you want me to lightning the pump there?
yes, just to show you what kind of happens here. How do you feel about your hand at the moment? It's very
Um,
awkward, right?
yeah.
I'll show you what to do in this situation. If this happens again. Because like if you are going
Yeah,
to learn these new decks, and we're gonna have to go through stuff like this, like how to go about learning new matchups. Shit gets weird. Because you would think that 3 Muskies is really good. It's actually really dependent on how observant the players are.
So with the bandit there, what do you want me to
Mm-hmm.
um what do you want me to save for the bandit? Because can't really use Dark Golem or Ice Spear because the one time I tried that just dashed around, took everything.
Yeah, against the bandits, like pretty interesting. What's really weird about the ice spirit is that you can't freeze the bandit. Because her charge will make her
Yeah,
invisible, and then she'll like boomerang. You'll have to either use the battle ram or the night witch to stop it. Uh, so if you ever do see a bandit, it's either you have your ground units, and then you can also use your Pekka as well. But the Pekka is more just like a side thing. Like if they are building a huge push, you drop the Pekka, and then it deals with the battle ram. It's not like the counter to battle ram. I mean, not bandit. All right, let's kind of go through this. So I told you to lightning that pump. In
yeah,
reality, you will have to lightning that pump. With the way the game opened up, I got a pump right away. You didn't lightning. I defended you. I got another pump. That's actually a GG if you don't
yeah.
lightning.
You were up too much elixir there.
Yes. So putting you in the position to lightning shows you the kind of hand that you'll have against like this kind of scenario, which happens a lot. And I'm going to show you how to think about these scenarios and how to play around it, especially with Three Musketeers being so prevalent right now. All right, so I pump here. You need to make a decision. Do you lightning or do you push into me? If you push into me, you have to get damage. Like acceptable damage is probably half my tower and a little bit more.
Okay.
If you don't do that much, then you know you're in trouble. Or
Yeah, I don't really have a ram here.
yes, or you're going to have to defend like a god for at least like 2 cycles. That's what this pump means. By lightning, you so on another coaching session, I say this, but Three Musketeers has basically 3 modes as well. It's funny enough, but Three Musketeers can 1 pump, 2 do 3 Musketeer push, 3 do a mini push. Like minor battle ram or something, right? Battle ram minion horde. But they can't do 2 of the 3 at once unless they're like way ahead. So when Three Musketeer pumps, you're going down this route. It means you either deal with the pump or you die. Or
Yeah, basically.
unless you do a ton of damage. So as soon as you lightning the pump, right? You have to accept that he's gonna go into one of the 2 other modes of Three Muskie. As soon as you lightning, I can either play Three Muskie or I can do a mini push. That depends on my hand, that depends on what I do, but those are the 2 things I'm secluded to. You have to know how to play from both ends. You have to know how to play through all ends, and this is how people get so good at matchups, because they know the routes you take. For instance, with like, if I were to say log bait and graveyard, the first stage of the game is probably feeling them out, seeing how they deal with goblin barrels. Vice versa, the graveyard will be trying to not take damage from goblin barrels and be trying to control tempo pressure from the log bait, because log bait gets a bunch of chip damage in, and if they get too much, they get rocketed out. The graveyard, you are defending for most of the time and looking for that one push in order to end the game. Right?
Yeah.
And you're playing through these stages. The same way applies here. So when I'm able to pump and you aren't able to hit your objective and I get to pump again, that's a loss.
Okay. So right off the start there, should I lightning that pump right off the...
Yeah. If you don't have anything to punish or you don't make the decision, you have to make the decision almost right away. I mean, it's more right away if you have rocket, because obviously you can take away all the elixir. But with lightning, you get to think about it for 1 elixir. If I pump, you lightning, that's fine. Just like try and practice through the matchups. Like ask a friend next time and just be like, play this matchup with me and we'll go through it all. All right. So as soon as you decide to do this, you actually don't get enough damage here. Actually, almost nothing.
Yeah, I don't think I got any.
And as soon as this happens, you are behind. Alright, so this is why I say you have the lightning, and then you're in a weird position. Alright. So, with any 3 Musketeer player, as soon as someone uses their spell, they will drop down to 3 Muskie. They'll typically send 2 Muskies toward the higher health tower and 1 Muskie toward the lower health. Um, very typically, because of this, they know that a lot of people tend to over defend on the 2 Muskie side, so that's why they always put the battle ram on the 1 Muskie. With you,
Yeah.
you have to sit there and wait and watch. The easiest way to clean this up is by putting the Pekka into the lane with the battle ram. No matter if it's 1 Muskie or 2 Muskie.
Okay.
Why is that? Because the Pekka, even though it might, die defending, it actually will almost always get its value and more. Helping you to claw back into the game because almost always 3 Musketeers will be up on Elixir. So excluding that, how do you deal with the problem of 10 Elixir and not leaking? Well, uh, thinking about your cards, Night Witch can actually tank 2 Muskies. Baby Dragon can go one-on-one with like 1 Muskie. Bandit can go one-on-one with 1 Muskie. So before I like to play Pekka, I like to actually just draw up a card in the back. So like let's say we're watching our Elixir here. I'm being really wary. I'm waiting on Battle Ram. You actually do play the Night Witch, which is very good. So you know how to split your cards. As soon as this happens, you get a little bit greedy here, and you put the Pekka
Yeah, I
on top
tried
of the... Yeah,
onto the Muskies, yeah.
it's a trap. You don't do that. You just have to understand that your Pekka will die. 1 Pekka
Okay.
swing will stop a Battle Ram. Just like that. And because Pekka got buffed, she also kills Barbarians with 1 swing. She kills Musketeers with 1 swing. So don't worry. Especially against this deck, if you see it, they don't have any cycle cards. There's no Goblin Gang, there's no Skeletons to buy time against Pekka. So imagine if you had played it right now. Right here, they start locking on. You actually take no damage from this push. And then this Night Witch is dealing with the Ice Golem and the Muskie. So I was able to play Ice Golem, this Ice Spirit, and I'm about to get this Bandit, but this push is usually not so threatening. It's only threatening because of my early game, because you didn't deal with the pump correctly.
Okay.
You see that? This is the difference. But if you play out through this matchup like 10 times and you do it right, you defend this every single time. If you are putting your cards in the right place. And let's say you don't get unlucky with lightning or something. And this looks a lot easier. So with all that in mind, let's go ahead and try it again.
Okay.
You have any questions so far?
Not yet.
All right. Nice. When you use your spell, always be wary of them dropping the card. So with 3 Muskies, I drop 2 into the lower health lane. 1 toward my higher, because the 2 protect my tower. And I'm sitting here waiting, I'm watching. Most people will play Battle Ram to the 1 Muskie lane. Nice. And you can drop onto the 2. For that. So here you actually trade tower health to do a push.
Wow.
You gotta be really careful about those Pekkas. That's why you typically hold it. They can be
Okay.
played around once that happens. Alright, so how did you feel about that?
Um, not sure. I'm guessing the pick at the bridge was a mistake.
What about your early game?
Let's go on the replay for a sec.
Yeah, let's watch
Okay,
it.
that time I lightning the palms. That was what you told me to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good.
Well, you don't. What's it? You shouldn't think it's good because I tell you it. You should be questioning me too and asking me why. I gave you the reasoning, and if the reasoning backs up it being good, then it can be good. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to just do something because I tell you to.
Well,
Uh,
yeah. I mean, if I don't lightning, then I'm sort of gonna go down.
yeah.
And I didn't have to punish cards again.
So you lightning here, and then I drop 3 muskies. Like you said, you typically want to hold onto the Pekka for the lane with the battering ram. You drop Night Witch into the 1 lane. I think it's
Should I go
okay.
drop it into the 2 line there, or is 1 lane fine?
I think, um, hmm, hmm, I think we could just, I think it's more about like what you're comfortable with. So like, I see the Night Witch. I think a lot of people would just drop the battering ram into the 2 lane here, and that probably
Yeah.
baits them into doing it. So their Pekka becomes way more valuable. I guess you just have to be okay with understanding, like, because like I think I can see in this situation here, like let's say I drop battle ram here in this frame. I think it's actually okay to drop the Pekka here. What do you think?
I mean,
If it's like this
it's
situation.
6 elixirs, more elixir more, plus it's gonna like take no damage. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, I could have easily defended on the right side with just non-Pekka cards.
Well,
I mean, like, you might have got
yeah,
some
yeah.
damage, but it wouldn't have been like full tower type of thing.
Mm. I think instead of using the Pekka here, I mean like we'll go through both situations, okay? So we can think it through. We'll start off with the Pekka, and then we'll start off with the non-Pekka, because you could probably defend. It's like just dropping a baby dragon onto here is fine, right? There's no ice golem in front of it, so actually we'll just get that done. So you could probably baby dragon here, and then you could probably dark alban like into the opposite lane, or even like here, and it'll probably
Okay.
trade evenly, and then you can with whatever units are still alive, you can probably battle ram off of offense. But let's say you did want to use the Pekka, because a lot of times you will want to use the Pekka. Maybe using the Pekka is only really good if they if I dropped the battering ram with the 2 muskies, right? Because
Yeah.
that becomes a lot harder to deal with baby dragon and dark goblin. So I guess this is really like timing specific, and you have to be really observant um, to make the most optimal move. But really, if you can make the most optimal move, you'll be winning this matchup. I think. I think when 3 Musketeers go wild is because people make the wrong. They choose the wrong way to defend. All right, so I guess if it's in the beginning of the game like this, so I pump, you lightning, I drop 3 muskies. You watch if they play, you play Night Witch into the 1 muskie lane, or you play Baby Dragon, etc., etc. It's still the same. Um, one player might play battering ram with the two muskies. Then you want a Pekka. Uh,
Okay.
a player plays the battering ram with the one muskie. Then you want to just defend the two with whatever unit, like Night Witch. Easy, right? You just drop Night Witch onto the two uh, onto the two muskies, and you defend with Dark Goblin, Ice Spirit, etc. That, and we can take the game from there. All right. Do you want to do it again?
Sure.
I think it's good to just play through these permutations because I think it's really helpful with learning this deck in particular. Because you'll be doing this with other decks as
Yeah, I'll probably try and get Lenny to help me through that.
well. Mm-hmm. And this is very similar to the position of your first game, so let's see how we handle it now. I actually think you could have lightning that, right?
Or should I lightning that?
I mean, why not?
Okay.
What are you waiting for? In that position, if we go back and look, the tower, the Night Witch, the pump. I think taking that lightning probably would have been in general good because of the early game and how much damage you already had on the tower. Then you could probably start to lightning me out and then defend
Yeah.
solely with Pekkas. In that position. So let's see the beginning here. So you didn't have lightning, right? So you have to play through your hand. You can lightning here. If you make the decision to go in, then you just know that you're gonna be playing from behind. if you want to play against like really strong players, they're never gonna let you just do half-assed attacks.
Yeah.
If you don't know exactly what you want to do and get it done, they will always keep abusing you. I dropped the battle round. So how did this Pekka feel here?
I thought that was good. It cleaned everything up. So was that +3 on that? Because battle, yeah, +3 on that.
Yeah. And unfortunate
I was a bit late on this.
on the night witch. It's really important that
Yeah.
you catch all bandits. Bandit getting to a tower
Yeah.
is like a battering ram getting to your tower, especially a full health one like that. So here's the. Oh wait. Yep, you can actually still lightning. So the baby dragon is full health, right? The only thing that's
Yeah.
stopping it is really the ice golem, which will die really soon. You take this lightning, the barbarian is still going to be alive. You most likely take my tower and you force me to go. You force me to all in this lane, and being me having to all in you is really easy because you can just drop a Pekka,
Yeah.
and the Pekka will basically be a force in and of itself, and you don't have to really back it up. You can just start playing for this lane now, and you defend for your life for 50 seconds, and you can win. So let's see. I mean, what did you get out of not lightning this? We still need to lightning the palm. So you're holding lightning for 3 muskies?
Yeah, it's
Probably easier to learn how to defend without lightning.
yeah.
So that when you do get lightning, you can be grateful for it. But
Yeah.
doing this, I think will hold you back a little bit. I think this is really great in like hog cycle decks with Fireball, but you can only really get away with that kind of like efficiency in those decks. With Lightning and Pekka, you have to keep me under control, or else shit starts hitting the fan. And you don't want shit hit the fan because it sucks to clean up. This is good. You're building up pushes correctly.
But that was my mistake, lightning there.
It's alright. I think I'm so used to lightning rodding now. It's like matter of habit. These things I'm doing to you as well, just like splitting lanes when you're not expecting it, you should expect the people to do that to you as well. Because you're playing heavy deck. When you play a heavy deck like this, people tend to avoid you, and you have to be on top of it. It's like you're the policeman, and I'm playing criminal with the bandit. All right. Do you want? I mean, I'm honestly okay. I think it's really good to just keep going through this, but do you want to like reverse to see what it feels like on the other end?
Oh, you want me to play 3 Musk?
Do you want to? Or we can just keep doing this?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it.
Wait, it's Ice Golem, Night Witch, Zap, 3 Musk, Ram, Ice Spirit, Elixir, Collector, Bandit? Yep. Okay, I'm good.
Yep, the Vietnam patented 3 Musk.
Yep.
When we watch this replay, just like watch through my moves and think about what you would have done. Good game.
Yep.
All right, let's look at the game. Let's see. It was my decision to not. I guess maybe I couldn't lightning. Okay. 1, 2. Everything looks fine. You attack. That's a lot of elixir for me. I'm always unsure about battering rams. They're so volatile that I almost feel like the zap for me was justified. Alright. So I decided to not lightning here. I decided to go in. You defend very well. I guess that was the end of me. Maybe the trap is not lightning. I actually think it was very smart to not play. 3 muskies, if I have lightning, you don't want to do that. So I start to drop units into the 1 lane with the musk, because it's easier to deal with. And I'm sitting here waiting for the battering ram. You don't play it. So let's watch this Night Witch on top of the 2 muskies. She just deals with them. This 1 muskie is actually my bane right here.
Yeah, no, I kept putting tanks in front of it.
Yeah. That getting caught was really bad too. But you can kind of see how like this defense, if I also played it better, and probably like once I started seeing that this was living, I should have lightning it as well. But you can kind of see how like the defense kind of plays out, right?
Yeah.
It actually looks smooth. It's pretty hard, but okay. Do you want to redo it?
Sure.
Or do you want to play the 3 muskie? It's up to you.
I want to try the Pekka again.
Hmm. Okay.
I'll try the Pekka again, yeah.
I like to tell people to just like talk through the process. I think it really helps when you're playing. Just like think about,
Okay.
should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do that?
So is that good to go in all in right there? Try and get some tower?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have lightning, right? I think that's like pretty much your only real hope.
Yeah.
But again, like this is a really hard part. This is a really hard scenario to kind of be in. This one where I get 2 pumps right off the bat. I mean, not every game I'm going to get lucky and just start off with a pump. I think a nice decision to go for the damage. I will, I guess, like try and defend from wherever.
Forced to zap right there. See, now I feel like I'm sort of screwed here.
Yeah, I think we were both in this position. I guess like perfectly immaculate defense is what we're looking for here. Oh, Bandit. Oh, it was so close.
Got a tower that time.
Progress? Do-do-do. Uh... 1, 2, go. Is there anything we could have done? Do you have to lightning this?
No, I think I went in and tried to get the damage here.
Yeah. So if this happens, this is basically you saying, oh, I'm all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all in. If I even like remotely defend it, you lose. I would say that's remotely defending it.
Yeah.
Yeah, then 3 pumps is just like there's not really much else to see.
No. Sort of got overwhelmed there.
Let's try and play for control. As much control as we can get in terms of lightnings, and we'll see how far we can take this.
Okay.
Because I think we've already explored the whole other end of being really aggressive. I think this deck does really well at defending. Because like our Pekka isn't like bridge spam. We don't have I guess because we don't have Bandit. Maybe if we played the Bandit version, it's a little bit better. But, you know, we're not really playing the Bandit version. We're trying to learn Night Witch, because like, I think the Night Witch will be more helpful in the other matchups. You don't just.
Ouch.
We don't just play it for one matchup. Broken. I was saying for a while that that card just does not need the health buff.
Yeah, like the dash speed maybe, but the health buff was.
Maybe just unlucky with opening hands again. Alright, let's recrown and we'll just move. We'll take a look at the replay again.
Okay.
But did you open up your hand with no lightning again? Or
I don't think so. Actually, I might have. I'm not sure.
it's becoming pretty clear that if you go all in,
And you don't get the tower, you're gonna lose.
yes, most likely. We I think do a lot better if we add Bandit in. Okay, so I'm getting really lucky in all these games. We're getting pump first. It's really weird. Not usually this lucky. So 1, 2. You can still lightning this. It just put you behind. So this is actually a good lightning. This is a really good lightning. You need to have like your spell just prepared. Of course, this wouldn't be a good lightning if they had like Goblin Gang or something, but no one's really playing that anymore. They'll defend with Bandit, Night Witch, Baby Dragons, Dark Goblins. So here, lightning would have changed the entire game. Okay, one more time. Let's do it. We gotta get this down, man.
Okay.
Because I want to show you what this game looks like beyond 3 pumps. Okay, this looks a lot better. This looks a lot better to learn from. So that looks like a normal opening where you don't get screwed over by card order. This is usually where 3 Muskies kind of is. Like, they should be able to take a little bit of damage in order to get their pumps up.
Yep.
You play that over there. I'll play this here. And because I don't get an extra pump, I don't have all the stuff behind the Muskie.
Oh, that's good, Ice Spirit.
Very close. Yeah, this feels a lot better. I mean, it's a lot worse for me, because I'm not in nowhere near as comfortable a position. If I pump here, you can cycle and just get back to a push, or you could just like let's go with lightning. We'll play this safe, so you're not just like all in me constantly. We're learning. You don't want to push into this. You want to just watch. This would usually prompt me to put a battle ram over here. That's a perfect Pekka. We need to set up our counter defense. Okay, maybe that shouldn't have happened.
The tower locked onto the Muskie, not the battle ram. So, took 2 swings from the Pekka.
Just something small, but I think you need the Pekka to be like... I guess like if you are forced to play it that late, you need to play it closer to the tower, so it always focuses the battle. You need like 1 hit from the battle ram. This was really good. Good. You got a lot of pressure on my tower. Lightning. 3 Musk. Out around. Perfect defense. For some reason that does get through. You didn't use your Ice Spirit? What did you use your Ice Spirit on?
I think I'm not sure, honestly. I missed that.
I don't think that battle round. Like your Night Witch should die. But you clean up the barbs, and then your Dark Goblin should clean up the Muskie. Super minute, but you're not playing your cards. Your Ice Spirit should already be there, because the only position like in the like pre-nerf, you know, Night Witch could take out a battle ram on its own because of the bats would instantly spawn. Nowadays, the only way that a Night Witch takes out a battering ram right away is if the battering ram is 1 alone, 2 it must be like the Night Witch has to be played up the lane, so that she's blocking the battering ram,
Yeah.
and only then will that happen. So you need Ice Spirit at the very least, Ice Spirit or something else.
I think I spared them. No. What did I do here? Yeah.
No, that does nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like errors like that because that's very easy to fix. Right, you see it one time and you're like facepalm.
Yep.
That's very easy, and then you can see that like if this goes according to plan, there you can play even Dark Goblin up here, and it would take that out, walk into the other lane. This is really smart. See,
See, I didn't think you were gonna zap there, too.
hell yeah, hell yeah! Don't let that in. Do that. Do dirty. So actually, this is a position of when like you're ahead. I don't. If I took a look at the game from here, I don't think you should lose. So pump. You do lightning. We lightning to see what happens. Maybe in like a real game, once you really get used to this, you can make the call to just all in this tower. Once you all in it, then you rely on your already like great defense and use your Pekka or whatever. But since we're learning, let's see what happens here. So you lightning, you control. The muskies come out. You lose your Night Witch. That's fine. Set up into the other lane. That's okay. You're waiting for battering ram. I bat around that side. The Pekka should be like here, closer to the tower, so that it always locks on. We just watch this.
I put it up too high. Yeah, because then your two Musketeers still lived, and then that's what. That's when it started to go downhill.
Putting it closer to the tower forces it into tower range.
Okay.
Like super small differences, right? It's like really small things. But really, that's what like really good defense looks like. Just like this, the really small stuff. You should always have your lightning ready. If I don't have pumps on the ground, have your lightning ready. Always just like put it down here and then
hovering. Yeah.
Yeah, always hovering. Think about players in like card cycles. The attack just ended. What am I about to do? Drop the musket.
Reset.
Yeah, or just reset.
Or well, I mean, like reset your 3 muskie split.
Or
again.
I can just pump, right? And then you have your lightning ready. So I should this doesn't even happen really. You had enough elixir, and right there. Oh, I guess it didn't die by one hit.
No, it's because the tower was on the Musketeer, so.
Oh, okay. That's really awkward. Okay, I mean, even there, if we had zapped, it would have popped. It would have touched the tower. But yeah, I think putting the Pekka like here is better. Closer to the tower. Maybe not like directly on top of the tower, but closer to it.
Okay.
Alright. Let's try this again. By the way, the unforeseen thing that we're doing right now is we are practicing the deck. So that because like once we're done all this, I'll watch you in Grand Challenge and then the deck will feel a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're getting a feel for how the cards kind of play out, right? Thinking face. Oh. Okay. The RNG gods have not been in your favor, but let's do this again. Down a pump. Yeah, now you have like an actually pretty damn scary push. That would have been awkward if it hit. Just saying.
Yeah.
I lose my tower. That's really good. Okay. If you don't lightning that, then you can lightning 3 Muskie. Nice. Push me all into one lane. It's the easiest way to deal with 3 Muskie. But always be prepared. Don't play predictably. Like that. Oh. Something happening in the background?
Oh, my window is open.
Okay.
It's just traffic outside.
So the game was actually yours.
Yeah.
But the yeah, again, it's just, you gotta watch. You pushed everything into one lane, but I still have to
And then I
commit to that
played.
lane.
I put the Pekka already in the. Just close my window.
All right. So, are you starting to feel the difference?
Yeah.
That was like after basically not getting lightning in the beginning either, and I got pumped first, and the game was that close where you should have won. Took a little bit, but we're getting there. Let's do one last one, and then we'll move on to Grand Challenge, where you won't only be facing
3 Muskie.
3 Muskie, yeah. Well, probably in Grand Challenge it's also only 3 Muskie, so.
Yeah, mostly it is. That's why I was using the giant Fireball Zap deck.
When I see Ice Spirit, I don't think Graveyard, so I just pump in the back. Oh no, it's the one Muskie tank again.
Yeah.
I guess if that happens, you can. I know you have Zap. I'm pretty sure you have Zap, right?
Yeah, Zap. Should I just zap it?
Yeah, I think Zap it.
Okay.
You see that happen? Because like it's never worth it for a battering ram to reach your tower. It just really isn't. Nice up.
And I missed the Night Witch.
I was wondering if you would lightning, but you made the call, and that's like what's important. You know, it's not really that. I mean, obviously, it's important if you miss. It's just if you make it. I think that was the right call. It ended up putting the game closer than it should have been, but still. I imagine if you had taken the Night Witch out, the game looks pretty much completely different.
Well. Oh well.
You can't fall for that kind of stuff either. Not with this. Oh, as I say that.
Thought I'd try to get sneaky in there.
Alright. So a lot of these games are just coming down to technicalities, which I think that you can work on. Just like watch your replays for when you miss lightnings or rams get past you.
Yeah.
Like in a game like this, inches is what determines the winner. Don't give them an inch ever. Unless you absolutely have to. Like they have to tear it from your dead body. Alright. Let's move on to something easier. Let's go into Grand Challenge. Okay. So we have like 20 minutes left actually, but it's alright. We'll just watch.
That's fine.
We'll see how comfortable you are with it. Alright? Yep. Whenever you're ready, start.
Oh, I'm in a game.
It's so weird that I can't. Here, just go ahead and play through the game, and I will reset my emulator. Since I can't really watch it at the moment, after you're done, just like post it to the clan chat.
Okay.
So yes, we can go over 2 games really fast of your Grand Challenge, and then we can quickly touch on ladder. Because I know that we're supposed to spend an hour on it, but I guess we can just talk through it.
I'm fine with spending this much time on this.
Alright, that's fine then. It can be for later, where you can just message me, and we can talk through it. Nice ice spirit. You didn't ice spirit the Inferno drag.
Yep.
Sexy. The Zek actually beats bridge spam when but you have to watch, obviously, to find like the best moments to play your Pekka, or best moments to just hold on to and just build a push off of your support units. Alright. So that looked pretty convincing. Tells me that I don't have to spend too much time on this replay, but we still want to go over it to see how you played the early game, see where you were comfortable, when you play your cards, stuff like that. Okay, you can still see my screen, right?
Yep.
Alright. Let's go through it. So on like a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable are you with this already?
Oh, that's fine. I wasn't worried about losing the matchup at all.
Oh no, I mean like with the deck. How comfortable?
Oh, with the deck?
Yeah. So like
I'm just a lot more comfortable from when we started.
Okay. So let's say, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Let's keep going. I think it's really good to not lightning that. Dark Goblin handles Night Witch like no other. Able to build off a counter push. Smart.
Yeah, I was
Defense.
surprised when he played the Inferno Dragon. I thought I was playing the exact same deck you were just playing with me.
No, this is different. Different. I also play this. You can also learn this. This is really super weird. I think it's only going to be good as long as Bandit is good. Once.
Yeah, it's the other Vietnam deck, I think.
Yep. Yep. You can
Yeah, I
actually
didn't realize
lighten
those guys
that.
were gonna be so good.
Yeah. Trust me. We didn't either.
Wait, did Mexico end up winning that?
Yeah, Mexico
Did
won.
they? Oh, okay, because they were up 3-0, and I stopped watching.
Yeah. TC clutched. Very nice. So there it is as well. If you don't have to play the Pekka, I feel like you probably shouldn't. He tried to fake you out. You put Pekka, they put Battle Ram, right? They're not going to push into that lane. But if you're comfortable and you understand that's going to happen, then you can always set up yourself to not lose to it.
Yeah.
Just be aware that that's like kind of where comebacks happen. If you mess up technically on your play, then Battle Ram gets to your tower and you're like, well, fuck my life. Alright. You can go into another game. I'll be able to watch this one. Since you're okay with not talking about ladder, we can spend the next like 10 minutes, last 10 minutes on just doing more getting in as many games as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks so juicy. Oh
Yep.
my god. Oh my god. Good that you had your lightning. It's ready.
Yeah, I would have been pretty choked if I didn't. He had to lightning my battle ram there.
If, you know, like situations that don't favor the lightning, obviously things that don't die in the lightning. If he defends with minion horde, you don't lightning.
Yeah.
Just needless to say, I'm just saying it right now, just as like a disclaimer. Oh. Oh. I guess you kill him without having to do anything. So you're in a really good position right now. Start thinking ahead about what he wants to do. He has a pump. You know he wants to pump, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to decide to lightning to keep him in check, or do you want to all in him? Start thinking
I
ahead.
think I'm just gonna lightning.
Okay. So when he does his move, you lightning. Or if he doesn't, then you do something else. Right?
Because I don't really need to really go all in. I already have a tower and sort of feel like he's playing Golem.
Okay then. Hold him. You counterdeck the shit out of him, but good decision making. Good decision making. That's how you go through it. Drop that golem and laugh. I would actually. I'm pretty sure you cycled back to your lightning. You could just lightning and clean it up. There's no fault in that. This is 40 seconds left, right?
He put a mega minion into that lightning too.
Yeah. I think a lot of people try to defend just kind of as is.
Well, those bats.
The Pekka's 2 up. Pekka does need to be on your side because it's gonna get stops. Your best bet right now is to pray that you live for 10 seconds. Oh no!
So that was all off the Pekka too far up.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think this is good because Pekka is the hard counter, but shit like this still happens. Because Night Witch is really good.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought it would close out the game on the when I Pekka'd up there.
Yeah. so share the replay. We'll go through it. This one will spend a little bit more time because
Lost a hard counter.
things happen, man. Game starts off beautifully. We need to figure out how to close it out. Thinking through how to play through our cycle as safely as possible to ensure that we don't give anything away. Lightning is good, great here actually. Drops goblins. You can just save. You're ahead. You dictate the pace of this game. Dropping that is fine. By pushing into him, you stop him from pumping. Okay choice. And now, you need to think about what you want to do. So, you basically took his tower. You don't know his deck. You can assume that it is Golem. You said it was Golem. Now you start needing to think about what cards are important for what and how you wanna what cards you wanna hold on to, like priority, right? We can say that lightning a pump here in this position is like fine because we don't have to go all in. We can control him and then see what he has and then play our cards to it. So he pumps. You lightning. And he drops his card. You see it, you laugh because you have a Pekka. Set up your defense. You do drop your Pekka like up further so that it doesn't reach the tower. Like that's fine. And now I think we can discuss lightning this. So that was like insanely good, but why
this
is
took like most of my tower here? These bats.
Yeah, I mean, you could Dark Goblin in like a fancy way. Yeah.
I just misplayed. I had him shooting the Golemites instead of the.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's another small thing, but so lightning that push is good because he can't pump right now. 40 seconds left. You just have to defend this tower and you win the game. If he pumps, you laugh at him because that pump does nothing.
Yeah, he won't have time.
Mm-hmm. Bats are OP. Pekka's too far up.
And then it gets melted.
And then it gets melted, and we'll have to watch that. So I mean, what else could you have done? You could just drop everything but the Pekka until it's in a good position.
Yeah.
And then dropping everything, even if the push eventually makes it through, the timer stops it.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's go for one last one.
Okay.
Alright. Hoping you actually get 3 musky in this one. That'd be a great way to end it. Muda Sakibara. I'm pretty sure that's an end. That's the name. Oh. Bandit. Defend it. Fine, even if you have to use a batting ram, that's fine. Don't let a bandit, don't let batting ram touch your tower.
Well, I should have zapped there. I don't know why I didn't.
Ooh, Inferno Tower. Interesting. He has a pretty hard deck for you to beat. It's gonna take a lot of correct decision making because you're on a time limit because of the Goblin Barrel.
Yeah.
So knowing that, you are gonna have to either punish him really hard or make something happen. You made something happen. Really good, really good. You're ahead in damage, but that won't stay that way unless you keep putting pressure. If you look at his deck as well, there's nothing really that you want to use Pekka for, so...
I was Or just gonna avoid it. It's just gonna lose, or I'm just gonna lose it every time.
Mm-hmm. Good to know. Knowing that a lot of your damage will rely, I would actually say, why don't you like lightning that princess? It looks
Oh,
really
really?
dumb, yeah, but because if you think about it,
I need the
how
lightning out.
else? Yeah, how else are you gonna connect if he defends correctly? You don't really play to like in Grand Challenge. Obviously, players that you're gonna meet are weaker, but you don't play understanding that they're weaker. You play like
Assuming they're good.
yeah, assuming they're good. So like imagine if you hadn't started lightning.
Then I'd be 30 seconds left and sort of screwed.
Yeah. Even if you do take the tower here, I mean even if he does take the tower here, which you kind of can't avoid because he has Goblin Barrel and you will always take damage. Being in a 1-1 situation against his deck looks a lot easier. Then it's actually okay for you to set up Pekka pushes, right? Ooh. You have Zap, right? Oh my god. Oh!
Nope. It was hovered. Is that like
No!
1.5 elixir?
No! Whew. Oh my god, man, these games. Games. Alright, so if you can share it. And this is just like us adapting on the fly. So yeah, you're running Zap in this deck. Goblin Barrel does damage, puts you on a time limit. Means that every time he Goblin Barrels, you make a decision to either conserve Elixir, defend, or counterattack. And you're looking to make connections on a tower to take it because his deck uses a lot of annoying shit like Minion Horde, Scar Me, and Inferno Tower, which is really hard for you to push through. You managed to make something happen with Battering Ram and Baby Dragon. The damage puts it within lightning range, and that's why I say anything, any amount of value he gives you, like Bandit, Princess, you want to lightning because it makes sense there. Because if he's a good player, he'll never let your Pekka, he'll never let your Battering Ram, he'll never let your Bandit close to. Sorry, not Bandit, Dark Goblin close to your tower. Understanding that the only damage that you can do is lightning.
Okay.
If you were to say, play at his level, doesn't really matter. You could probably just defend him and then throw everything into one lane and kill him. But that makes you worse overall because no player who knows how to play the deck will ever let you do that.
Yeah, no player competitive would.
Yes, exactly. I mean, the game would have kept going on if you were able to play Zap, so it doesn't, could have gone either way. Choose you log. You know his killing spell right now. So, like, really, what else could you have done here?
I should have probably just lightning right away and didn't put the baby dragon down.
But I mean, yeah.
But I think he played Inferno, so it wasn't like a super bad trade.
I'm just like kind of telling you this because this helps us learn the limitations of this deck, like what it's weak against and what it's strong against, right? And then how to properly play through them so that you can secure a win. In GC, I mean, just in general, you're going to face every kind of deck, and you need to be able to think through how to win these situations with the deck. This is important because this not only applies to this one, it's going to apply to every deck that you pick up from now on.
Yep.
If you were to reverse it and take his deck, then you start thinking about All right. If I'm playing from this position, I'm playing against Pekka Lightning. I know that Pekka Lightning shouldn't really get in, and that my goal is to do a lot of chip damage with Goblin Barrel and force his elixir everywhere and keep my princesses alive. If he starts lightning me out, then I go ham. He didn't really do that. He didn't really, because I don't think he understood it. But this is how you beat lesser players than you every single time. I mean, assuming that you're not just like countered the fuck, counter deck like crazy. As soon as he shows you fireball, you should be like thinking, "Oh hell yeah, I'm lightning the shit out of you," because the fireball will end the game.
Yeah.
So let's see, you're one lightning and a zap away. What happened here?
See, I zapped the Goblin Barrel. That's what I did.
You should already accept that this tower is dead. You can't
Yeah,
defend
that's
that.
what I. That's when I started to realize I lightning that and put Battle Ram down because I knew I didn't have Zap in rotation.
The Desperation Goblin Barrel. Goblin Gang. Not the Goblin. I would actually 100% play the Dark Goblin there. The Dark Goblin is fast and has the
Yeah.
highest chance of getting to the tower at the very least if they're not fast
Yeah.
enough. Yeah. The battering
And I
ram
should have
is too
Battle
easy.
Rammed the Bandit because I tried to put the Dark Goblin in the middle to buy myself some time, but
Yeah. I guess like the easiest. I mean the other course route, which I think you could actually make it, because like after that Ice Spear is Zap.
yeah.
Zap is
And then his
instantaneous.
log still had to roll to the tower.
Exactly. So like imagine this is over here. You drop. You're like spamming the shit out of this. Spam Ice Spirit, and then like as you're spamming Ice Spirit, the log should be rolling, and then you zap.
Yeah.
You actually I think win this. I'm not even
Yeah.
kidding. But yeah, I mean, like if that went perfectly, right? The other scenario is just that you bring it into a 1-1 game. 1-1 game is a lot better for you because you are able to sink elixir into Pekka, which he kind of can't do. He's not allowed to sink elixir into Inferno Tower because he needs it, and that allows you to build a push. As you're building up the push, he's forced to attack into you. You defend it with the remaining elixir, and then you use your spells in succession the right way. Like you're saving Zap for Skarmy. You're saving Lightning for Inferno Tower. You have Ice Spirit and Baby Dragon to protect your Pekka from Minion Horde. And Miscellany, whatever you put down, will probably kill him off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how that's how the rest would have played out. All right. So, how do you feel?
I feel a lot better now. Just going through all that, analyzing all that.
Mm-hmm. So I normally don't get to ask people this, but what do you think about the coaching? Because like you won the free giveaway.
Yeah.
Uh, is it different than you thought? Is there anything that I could do different? I don't really get that
I
much
know.
feedback.
I thought it was good. Helped me play through all like just going through that same matchup over and over again until I was like more comfortable with it. I think that's good.
Yeah, I do it all the time with my practice partners. That's why we know the matchups inside and out. Plus, on top of that,
Yeah.
I play a lot of the game. Just think about it. How you're supposed to do it. It helps you because you instantly know what to do, and you aren't just sitting there kind of like, damn. But now I'm just like floating elixir and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Uh, yeah. So, any last questions? Nothing else.
Oh no, that was good.
Hmm. Uh, I guess it's just like some parting words. So decks that you could also learn aside from Pekka. If you don't want to learn like the Muskie right now, you can also learn Cycle Graveyards, play Graveyard. But I would say you want to learn more decks. So you have Giant,
Yeah.
you have this now, you have Graveyard. Other strong archetypes are Pocket Hogs like Pocket Executioner, Tornado Hog Rider. uh, Expo is always good to have him at your back. Lava Hounds are coming
Yeah, I
back.
played you one time on stream. I matched up with you. I was using EXO.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Yuri said that you were using Expo on your max account. It's good to have those. Other archetypes that are somewhat good. Bait is also one to learn.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you don't really need to learn Mortar. Mortar is also like a very much pocket pick, but it is not as effective. Uh, I think we're fine there. You don't really have to learn Minor Poison. Um,
No, that'd take a while.
yeah, Minor Poison is very specific. No,
Yeah, to get like to the level like B-Rad or something, I don't know how many hours he took.
like the thing about B-Ray is he's like an outlier, very much an outlier. To get good with Minor Poison requires a different set of. It's like a different mindset. You know this mindset
Yeah,
that you have with Pekka with Graveyard. You have to completely reverse it because you're no longer playing the passive role. You're no longer playing like you're never playing with big pushes. You're always doing very small guerrilla attacks, and
yeah,
you're basically surviving by your teeth almost every single time. Like nothing comes easy, but at the same time, nothing comes too difficult. That's the strength of it. Yeah. If it ever becomes worth it to learn, then probably you should try it. And if you don't like it, wherever. All right. I guess that's it then. If you have any other questions, just like message me on Twitter or here.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
See ya.
See you.